You're the bold predictions master, so I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah, it's not quite bold prediction season yet. That's tomorrow on dailyfaceoff.com. I'll have 32 of them. But I'll give you a little sneak preview since we're previewing the Pacific Division today. And my pick is that the Los Angeles Kings will win the Pacific Division. There's been so much talk about the Edmonton Oilers. Are the Calgary Flames better than they were last season when they won the division? Not that many people have been talking about the Kings. And I look at this group, they add a really talented player in Kevin Fiala, an 80-point scorer. They had Drew Doughty coming off of injury, and he was so good before that injury. I'm told that his summer was great. He's ready to get back to that level and hungry to do it. And they were missing Victor Arvidsson. So Victor Arvidsson and Drew Doughty in the playoffs, and they still took the Oilers to 7 games last spring. I think this is a really good team that's only going to continue to get better with some of their young guys continuing to take on bigger roles. And when you have someone like a Quentin Byfield properly slotted at third line center for your team, you've got Kopitar and you've got Danault down the middle. That's the makings of a really good group moving forward. And I think they're ready to take the next step and increase their expectations.
Yeah, you mentioned the young upside there, and that's definitely a reason to like the Kings. The only concern I would have there is just the goaltending. Last year, early in the year, Jonathan Quick was lights out. From January on, his save percentage really took a dip. Cal Peterson struggled to get above a 900 save percentage all year, but the rest of that team looks pretty rock solid. For me, Frank, I'm going to stay north of the border, and I'm going to say the Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs. You look at the pace they were on last year when Bruce Boudreau took over. It was remarkable. I mean, they almost got in last year, and I really like what they did over the summer as well. They locked up JT Miller, so boom, that storyline is out of the way, and they got some depth scoring with Andrei Kuzmenko coming over from the KHL and Ilya Mikheyev, a guy that scored 20 goals in 55 games last year. You combine that depth scoring, and then you look at their one weakness, which is probably on the blue line, where they would like to have a little bit more depth. But when you have Thatcher Demko between the pipes, I like to think he could make any blue line look pretty good in front of him, or at least passable. And I have high expectations for Demko this year. So I'm going to say the Canucks squeaking into the playoffs, Frank.